I think, a lot of people have been talking about a downturn for quite a few months now. And everyone is kind of, trying to figure out where it's going to come from and when it's going to come. I think it's really hard to say. I was at a panel this morning, and obviously, the major difference between GFC and today is that it's more of a government debt issue than a private debt issue. And, to put a government bankrupt takes a bit of time, so I don't know, it's going to be tough. Everyone is thinking about it, but not on a very short term. I think everyone is kind of worried in the next 12 to 24 months probably. Well, it's super hard. I mean, you have to do it before these times, right? So the ideal situation is, being cashed up before the crisis hit. Obviously, it's never easy to raise money for whatever activity in these times. I think VC, especially Europe, is a relatively young asset class. So would LPs continue to invest in VC through the crisis? I'm not sure of that. Obviously, they're much more educated than 10 or 15 years ago, where back in the 2000s, obviously the money literally ran off. I think that people understood that it was a long-term asset class, that you build a fund over 4 or 5 years and then you divest along 4, 5, 6 years. So I think people understand that much better now. But yeah, I think to all the GPs, I would recommend to sort of raise money before the crisis hit. Yeah, obviously, I think it will. One of the symptoms of a bit of a boiling environment and therefore an expected crisis is that prices in VC and in startups are probably to the high level today. I think they were very much at a very low level for a lot of time, and that's why Europe had so much of a potential to become a tremendous ecosystem, because you were buying cheap and building potential massive companies. I think the number of massive companies is still to be confirmed. I think we see a trend of more and more bigger exits, but still not to the level of the US or Asia. And on the other end, if you pay Asian or American prices to begin with, obviously there's a discrepancy here that doesn't give you the return you expect. So I think obviously crisis will sort of calm everyone down and make sure that all these prices get relative to the potential exits. But the reality is that European founders are getting better and better, so more international, better ambition. So we'll see.